guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to start with a joke that it's an oldie but goodie, and my kids are totally enjoying it right now. Do you guys remember why is 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. Alrighty. So today is our first day of review with like our geometry review to get you guys ready for honors geometry next school year. And I'm going to, and we'll do just a couple days of a few concepts here and there. We're going to start with transformations today. So very basic transformations. Reminder what a transformation is. It's a change of position, shape, or size of a figure. And there are 4 different types. There's the translation, which is a slide, a reflection, which is a flip, rotation, which is a turn, and dilation is a change in the size. Now the pre-image is your original image. And then the image is actually the figure you get after the transformation. And so what we do, special notation and special wording to identify the image is we would write it with like a apostrophe after the letter. So we read it as A prime. Okay, so triangle ABC after a transformation would be triangle A prime, B prime, C prime. Okay, so of the first 4 transformations, we're going to start with dilation. So a dilation is a transformation where is a similarity transformation with a center and a scale factor. The scale factor R describes the size of the change from the original figure to its image. If R is greater than 1, then the dilation is an enlargement. If R is less than 1, then the dilation is a reduction. Usually when it's less than, it'll be some sort of fraction. Okay, they aren't going to be negative. An enlargement, really kind of what it sounds like. The image is larger than the original figure. A reduction is this image is smaller than the original figure. And then remember that we are going to multiply each coordinates by the scale factor. So the first one I'm going to start with, the scale factor is 2/3. So we're going to multiply each coordinate, so the x and the y, by 2/3. So for E prime, it would be 3 times 2/3 is 2. 9 times 2/3 is 6. For F prime, 9 times 2/3 is 6. 6 times 2/3 is 4. For G prime, 6 times 2/3 is 4. And 3 times 2/3 is 2. Okay? And so what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and graph our pre-image and our image, okay, and label accordingly. So for our pre-image, E is 3, 9. And if I do go too fast during the video as I'm graphing these, go ahead and pause to make sure that you don't fall too far behind. So remember, I do have an answer key, so sometimes I can go a little bit faster. Sometimes. All right, and then so here's your clue. Make sure you have a ruler, a straight edge, and bring that to class. Okay. There we go. And then our transformed image. So for E prime, that's 2, 6. F prime is 6, 4. G prime is 4, 2. Okay. So you'll see that it is very similar to our original pre-image, but the slight change is that it's a reduction. And so we see that our scale factor is also a fraction. That's another clue to tell us that it is a reduction. That's what we're going to write here on this line. So that's something that you would have to fill in on your homework. Okay? The next one that we're going to do is a rotational symmetry. So rotational symmetry, this is a figure has a rotational symmetry when the image after a rotation of less than 180 degrees fits exactly on top of the original figure. Okay? So there are like rules and patterns that you could figure out for this one, and it's fine if you do and you have them memorized. But even for me, year after year of teaching this, I don't have those rules memorized, and it's actually easier for me to literally turn my paper the rotation that they're calling for to come up with my new, with my transformation, my my new image. So what I'm going to do first, actually, anytime I get a rotational symmetry problem, is I plot the actual pre-image. Okay, so I will go ahead and do A, which is negative 2, 1. B is negative 1, 3. C is 3, 3. Oh, and I'm writing prime. I don't know why. Getting ahead of myself. And then D is 2, 1. Okay? And so I'm, again, use my ruler and connect my dots. Okay. Now, 90 degrees. Hopefully you guys know it is a 90-degree angle. You know, makes that square right here. And this figure has 4 90-degree turns. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The other way that I think about this is as I turn it, and I turn it clockwise, I am going to think of a clock. So I have my 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. And to do a clockwise turn, my 12, a clockwise turn, would go to 3. Okay, right? That's a clockwise turn, is 12 would go to 3. So again, right along that origin, my clockwise turn. The other thing to remember is you connect it like, it's almost like turning the dial on your locker, that locker combination. So if I have a, turn clockwise rotation and I turn that dial, I actually am turning it like this, okay? And so now this is going to become my new 12. So it's 12 prime. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and re-plot these points as if this is my new coordinate plane. So for negative 2, 1, I'm going to go left 2, up 1. Okay, that's A prime. For B prime, it's going to be negative 1, 3. Right there is B prime. For C is right 3, up 3. That's C prime. And then for D is 2, 1, and this is D prime. Okay, and then just connect your dots. And then put your paper back to normal. And if you take a look, you'll see your pre-image to your new image. That's definitely a 90-degree clockwise turn. Okay. Now what we have to do is we're going to go back and actually read what these ordered pairs are and write them down. So A prime is positive 1, positive 2. B prime is positive 3, positive 1. C prime is positive 3, down 3. And D prime is positive 1, down 2. Okay? Let's try this one again. So our next one is a 180-degree rotation. And so remember, the first thing that we're going to do is plot these points. So negative 2, 1, this is E. F is negative 1, 3. G is 3, 3. And H is 2, 1. Connect your dots. Connect your points. Okay, now remember we have 12, 3, 6, 9 o'clock. Here I have a 90-degree clockwise rotation, right? So again, think about, and then to do another 90 degrees, clockwise rotation, that gets me to 180. So 90, 180, 270, 360. That would be a full turn. Okay? Now, what that means, and so again, think of your locker combination as you turn your paper, and why for clockwise, we're turning it in this direction. Okay, so for 12 to 3, this is my clockwise turn, and then 3 to 6 is my second clockwise turn to get to 180. Okay, so again, it's like you're turning the knob on your locker combination. Okay, and so this is 180-degree rotation. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to replot all of these points and mark them as prime. So for E, that is -2, up 1, and that's E prime. For F prime, -1, 3. For G prime, +3, 3. And for H prime is going to be right 2, up 1. So these rotations, I understand, of all the transformations, are the trickiest ones. I am not going to be in class in the afternoon for some of the classes. I will be there for some. But anyway, if you are struggling with this, go ahead and look at other YouTube videos on how to do rotations. And you can ask someone next to you, close to you, for help if you need it. And then the other option is, before class, either before school, during advisory, or during study hall to try and get that help. Or you can email me. That's another option. I can try and help you through email as well. Okay? All right, let's go on to our third transformation. Our third transformation is a reflection. To do a reflection, I think one of the easiest things to do is plot your pre-image first. So H will be 1, 1. J is 3, 1. 1, 2, 3. And then K is 2, 5. And connect your points. All right, and so it says over the y-axis. So remember, your y-axis is right here. So this pre-image, the transformed image, should be on the other side of the y-axis. So this would be like your reflection, your mirror, okay? So H prime is right there. J prime, 1, 2, 3, here we go. And K prime. Notice that the x coordinates, all that they did was go from positive to negative. Your heights all stayed the same. So this is another pattern that you can know, have memorized, or I really just count. So my H was 1 away to the right, and so I just, on the opposite side, 1 away to the left. And then for J, it was 3. For K prime, it was 2. Okay. Now, the last one is called a translation. Translation is considered a slide. There's 2 ways that you can do this. Is you can plot your points, your pre-image, just like what we did with reflection. Plot that first, and then really just count right 5, down 4 for each one. The other way that you can do it a little bit more algebraically is you take your x coordinate, add 5 to it, take your y coordinate, and subtract 4 from it. So that's the other option. Now, if you do it algebraically, -5 plus 5 is 0. 1 minus 4 is -3, and then I know exactly where to plot my n prime. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start by creating my pre-image. First, -5, 1. And this is n. Then -4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. P. And then 2, 1. Q. And so by doing it algebraically, I know n prime is 0, negative 3. And so again, the other option was to really just take your pencil tip and count 5 right units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here I have P prime, and then I would find the ordered pair for that one, which is 1, 1, and write that down. So either way you do it, it's fine. I prefer the algebraic method, so negative 2 plus 5 is positive 3. 3 minus 4 is negative 1, and then I'm just going to plot 3, negative 1. 1, 2, 3, down 1, and that's Q prime. Okay. And that's it for these notes. Hopefully it was a good review. I apologize for not being in class, but YouTube videos or Classmate for help, but I think you guys will remember all of this pretty well. Okay, that's it. I will see you guys next time.